Hey there, hi, my name is Mercury and I'm the trans handyman, and I feel like today is a good day to learn something new and help a stranger in the process. So let's get a little bit messy and learn something new. Before we take the first question of the day, I would like to say thank you to iFixit for making this video possible. Now, let's help a stranger, shall we?
This video is for Mercury, Stardust, or anyone who can help me with this problem I'm dealing with. Also, if Mercury does not see this video, we do not harass her. We don't hound her in the comments. She's a busy woman. She's probably in retrograde or something like that right now. So she doesn't see that. That's fine. Don't harass her about it. Cool. Anyways, so I get this cute little frog light from Goodwill. And the thing is, the batteries are dead. It don't work. No, batteries are dead. Anyways, the screw is stripped badly, horribly. And I tried the rubber band hack and that didn't work. So if anyone has any tips or tricks, that would be great and appreciated. I just want my little buddy for camping.
Yeah, we're gonna try to take care of your little buddy the best we can, okay? First and foremost, one thing that might help real quick is trying different screwdrivers, flatheads, square bits, you name it. Try different sizes and different ones. You'll be surprised that one brand of Phillips screwdrivers will do a better job in this instance than another brand of Phillips screwdrivers. Or if you have a square bit that fits in there, maybe it will catch it a little bit different than the other ones. A star bit can do a little bit different. So don't be afraid of just trying different methods with different screwdrivers, all because one is not doing its job. Doesn't mean that another one wouldn't do the job a little bit better, okay? That being said, it does look like it's fairly stripped out and there is quite a bit of damage, but not enough that makes me give up on the rubber band hack. Now, this is where if you have several different Phillips screwdrivers, you can use the rubber band in addition to them and try it out. And I'm going to show you that trick in just 1 second. But you can also get something that's called a tool extractor, or a screw extractor rather, and it looks like this. This is a whole set, but you can buy them individually. We will talk about this as well. So let's get down a little bit dirty and learn something new for the day. We have a whole bunch of different things to show you on this one. You will see right here, I have a block of wood that is just loaded with all this kind of screws that we stripped out just for you. We have the machine screws that you will be dealing with. We have wood screws, all different kinds. I can show you what I think will be the solution for you, but I want to make sure we help everybody who's watching this video on these darn stripped screws. You will see very clearly how stripped out the first three are. These are so stripped out that I believe almost any screwdriver that I have just won't. They're going to flip and they're going to just make my life a lot harder. So you can kind of see that this one is sticking out really far. If that ever happens, if you can get enough of it, you can take your vice grips and then you can see that I got the head of it rolled nice and tight. And I'm just gonna spin it out. Now, if you don't have a vice grips and you still have to remove it, you might have a pliers like this. This is an adjustable pliers. Yeah, and it's not gonna work. So now this is where we're gonna try the rubber band trick. I'm going to cut up this rubber band and I am going to let the rubber band stretch out when I am putting on the screwdriver, right? Now it's expanding. The rubber band is basically just adding as filler. So when I am pushing down, there it goes. We are just about to take this very, very pain in the butt screw right out. That's why this is my favorite trick, because if this did not work, look at the hole I made, by the way. Look at that. That hole is nasty. But if we were having problems with that, what we could do is fold up it twice, right? And try to see if we could get more push in it. And we're going to apply the pressure. No, that's not going to work either. Now this is where we expand our horizon. I'm using the same screwdriver, right? I trust this. I love this. And it's a nice solid screwdriver. I'm going to expand my horizon though, and I'm going to use different screwdrivers. None of these may work. None of these may work. but one of them may. I'm gonna start off by using just another Phillips. Nope, just spinning it out. We're gonna try a square bit. Not gonna work on this one. And just for prosperity, let's use this very beat up, older screwdriver to see if we can get lucky. Nope, that's not gonna do it. We are gonna try iFix's little toolkit. Our friends at iFix's sent this to me a while ago and I haven't had a chance to use it. And I like that you'll see there's a bunch of different options in here. Okay, all these different bits is good. You can get this in any brand, not just iFixit. You can get these from other companies as well. A lot of times, these spiral bits that look kind of like a Phillips head but isn't, do the trick. You will see there's a lot of trial and error. There's no way to for sure say this is gonna work. That's very close. We're just gonna try a whole bunch of different kinds of ones. I'm sure there's a solution in here that I have not found yet. Having a whole set like this is super handy. And now I know that the next bit is going to have to be the screw extractor. That's when we bust up the real big toys, okay? But I want to say something really quick. All because this toolkit, or these bits, these screwdrivers, this rubber band, all of these bits, and then this multi-purpose screwdriver, all because it did not do the job, doesn't mean it won't do the job for you. And that's important to remind you. This tool extractor that we're using is a heavy duty thing, but it may not do the job either. You never know what's going to do it. We're gonna go slow because I don't want to break the head of this off, right? Because the screw itself, the threads, and the head are two different things. So you wanna make sure we go fairly slow, and we're just trying to make a hole. How do I know when there's a hole? You'll kind of feel it. You'll kind of feel there is kind of like this moment that your hand will just drop a little bit. Really want to make sure there's a hole before I add in the extractor bit. Because at this point in time, I'm only going to get one shot at this before it breaks off. Okay, something happened. Is that something good? I have no idea. But I felt something give. Now we're gonna try this. Okay, I think this is the size. Okay. Now I'm gonna use one of my less powerful drills and put it at a lower torque. So we're gonna take this. Okay, we're gonna just go slow. We're gonna now up the ante a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm 90% sure at this moment that I broke the top off. Okay? So you'll see that I broke off a good part of it. There's still some left in there, but I did get some out. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes you have the best laid plans, you have a lot of confidence, and you just don't get the job done perfectly. It doesn't mean that you're a failure, okay? We learn a lot. We probably over drilled it. We probably worked a little too hard. But here's the thing. You'll look in there. It is not that, it is fairly far down. So if you were working on something, you might be able to salvage this still. You might not. The last one we're gonna try is the one that looks more like the one that you're dealing with. You will see this one right here. I didn't strip this one as completely because I wanted to make sure we could get it out. But we're gonna try all the different screwdrivers again and see if it works. I can kind of spin it. We're getting really close. Now that we did all this, we are going to try the extractor this time around and see if we get lucky. Just like that, it came right out. See? Now sometimes this stuff is frustrating. It worked. It didn't work before, but it worked now. It's really hard to tell what you're going to be able to accomplish when you're starting out a job. But sometimes, just sometimes, you get it at the very end. And that is absolutely worth the journey to get there. Okay, yeah, we did it.
Hello, Mercury Stardust. Long-time viewer, first-time caller, first-time videoer? I don't know. I have a silly problem with which I'm hoping you can help me. I am trying to learn to be more self-sufficient in my home and fix things myself, but I don't know how to fix this. And I am sure that I'm not the only person who's had this happen. Please take a look at this ridiculous thing and maybe tell me how I can fix it. Thanks in advance. Bye.
Okay, this is a problem that I actually know quite well because this is actually one of the very first videos I ever did on TikTok where I went viral. So this is actually the question that made the trans handyman the trans handyman. So I'm going to show you what I did in that TikTok, and I'm going to show you this trick with toothpicks. I'm also going to show you a product called Mr. Grip. They basically do the same thing, and I'm going to kind of talk you through how to make this work, okay? So let's get a lot messy and try to take care of this problem, okay? Let's go. As you can see, we went ahead and broke this door to match yours. We drilled these holes that are right over here out just a little bit more to make sure that this job is similar to the one that you were experiencing at home, okay? So this is how we're gonna fix it. We're gonna take our handy dandy little toothpicks, we're gonna rub up this wonderful Elmer's wood glue in there, get it nice and sticky, and then go ahead, take the toothpicks and put them right in those holes. We're gonna let it dry a little bit, make sure it's completely filled up with toothpicks, then take either a scissors, a knife, or my favorite, a snips, and snip off all the leftover toothpicks that are sticking out. Then once we're all done with that, we will take our drill bit, drill open the hole a little bit, then screw in the screws with our other screwdriver, okay? So let's go ahead and get extremely messy right now, okay? Before I add any of the glue, I'm just gonna see how many toothpicks I need. I think that's about right. And I'm just gonna add in the wood glue now. So I was gonna get a little messy, but I like a little mess. Now, this entire technique that we're doing could also be done with Gulf tees as well, matchstick ends, and anything that has a wood handle in there that can go into the slot. Now, you can see that I'm just kind of like applying extra ones, and that's because I want to make sure that it's really nice and tight. Now, I just found out I do not need that extra one. And we're going to go ahead and just make sure the area is fairly clean of all the glue. Make sure my hands are clean. And then we're gonna do the next hole down below. We're just gonna give it a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, let it set just for a little bit, get it nice and tacky, and then we're gonna come back in and snip off all that extra crud that we got sticking out, okay? We are going to take these little snips and cut these off. I wore safety glasses, and I recommend you doing this too, because if you're using these wonderful little toothpicks, boy, do they turn into missiles real fast. So make sure you grab on to them and then snip it as close as you can. Now you can see there's just like a ridge left in there. We're going to do the same down below and just snip it off. It's okay if it's sticking out a little bit. We're going to fix it in a second. And there you go. These are nice and filled up and ready for us to add screws. Now you can see that if we take the bracket from the cabinet door, you can see exactly where this was before. We're going to hold this up and pre-drill the hole with a drill bit. You're going to want the drill bit to be slightly smaller than the screws themselves. And we're going to go right into those toothpicks. This is going to prevent the wood from splitting, And as you can see up above, we took off the top of the sink, so you can really see the type of wood we were dealing with. This is just basically particle board. This is not strong stuff. This will split if you don't do a pilot hole beforehand, okay? Now we're gonna take our drill and put on the screw. We're gonna leave it rather loose so we can put the second one on and get it into place. And we're going, just for making sure it's safe, we're gonna go up and below. There we go. You want to go up and below and kind of work it back and forth. If it doesn't go in perfectly right away, just give it time and don't overdo it. You don't want to strip the screw out. And then your door is good and new and you're ready to go. Look at that. Sometimes you do a job and you think that you know how you're going to do it. But maybe you're having a bad day. Maybe your brain isn't where you want it to be. Maybe you're not properly thinking about the job. So you get frustrated, and that frustration turns to mistakes, and that mistakes turn to more frustration. Take the time, take a deep breath, and it's okay. It happened to me today. I'm human, you're human. Allow yourself to have some flaws. It's going to be okay. And I'm proud of you for sticking with it. And remember, you're worth the time it takes to learn a new skill. Bye-bye.